TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight from Lakeland, Florida's USA International Speedway. Great to come out with you here on a Wednesday night. Dirt Warrior Racing League Wednesday night street fights brought to you by Junk Fabrication, DJMan 72 Racing, and the boss. Can't forget the boss out there tonight. Comes to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil LaCasse here. Jack chewing on the controls. Phil and Jack attack at you here for Wednesday night here, USA. Good car count on hand, and we're about to go racing. So before we get there, let's take this thing and throw it trackside. Pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America. Kevin Dedman and Dirty Grass Soul with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, back here live inside the U.S. International Speedway. Wednesday night street fights for the Dirt Warrior Racing League about to take to this 3/4-mile speedway. So for the first time tonight, let's take a look at our Voiles Trucking starting lineup on the pole with car number 36. Welcome back to the network, our buddy, the Colonel DeeJMan, and alongside with car number 25, the Hammer, Henry Jones, on the outside of the front row. Row number 2, last week's winner, Wednesday night street fights aboard car number 84, Cedar Cove Speed Team Dirt Warrior. Bring us the natural one, E.J. Jones, with car number 40 alongside of Jordan Curdy. In the third row, we find a pair of Bulletproof Motorsports cars with car number 18 to the inside. That is Kyle Surratt with the Carolina Outlaw alongside with car number 61. That is Josh Peacock. Row number 3, the 010, or call it number 10, or whatever it's going to be out there tonight, our buddy Casey Brunson. Aboard the number 10, he'll roll off 7th, and alongside of him with car number 11, that'll be Kyle Moyer on the outside of row number 4. Row 5, the number 6, Ryan Bronson back with us here tonight. Good to see Ryan back out there in the number 6 car, and alongside of him in the number 97, our buddy the Big Monkey, Rocky Batfield, rolling off on the outside of the 5th row and going shotgun on an 11-car field will be car number 86. Guy we saw win here a few nights ago at the Southern Dirt Racing Series in a great race. The number 86 car, D-Fed, Derek Fedkenhauer, will roll off from position number 11. E.J. Jones has already been given the penalty for the end of the longest line because he will start there tonight in our feature event, because that's the rule at DWRL. You win last week's feature of Wednesday night street fights, you start next week's event at the rear. So cool on those guys that do that. They hope to, kind of stimulate seeing more winners of the winner's circle. We like that too, because we love talking to more names that we possibly can. We've got to know a lot of these guys really well over the years, but it's always cool. Who doesn't like a first-time winner or a new winner, or a guy like myself who hasn't won in a long time? So we'll see if we can't change that sometime soon, but probably not, more than likely. But hey, we'll get to it as we head down the back straightaway here. Great to be still in the state of Florida. We're out here at Volusia a few nights ago. We're here in Lakeland this week, and I spent a lot of the week down here. We got a great event coming up Saturday night at Daytona International Speedway. The gang of the Bomb Squad Racing League, Voiles Trucking over there. Thank those guys. The Lynn Voiles Memorial Daytona 250 will come out 9 p.m. Saturday night. Back out in NR 2003 with the gang, but let's stay iRacing here tonight. Let's go racing off to number 4, the iRacingIFlag.com green flag will roll up onto the speedway. For the first time tonight, the Colonel John Monkern will lead them down into turn number 1 and 2. He'll take the lead there 2 car lengths. Jordan Curdy's going to fall back to the clutches of that black car on the inside. I believe that's Kyle Surratt there on the inside. Looking at car number 18, he'll look for already position 2 over in turn number 3 and 4 as we'll race it up off of turn 4, complete lap number 1. John Monkern going to lead the way, but Kyle Surratt with that bulletproof number 18. He's got a lot of bullets to fire at that thing tonight, already to second, and he'll take a look to the bottom side of the 36 as we exit turn number 2 and down this long, flat back straightaway here. And Lakeland, Florida, we got a 4-wide battle in the back as Jack's showing that. 4 wide for 4th. We got Derek Fedkenhauer back there mucking it up. We got Ryan Bronson in there. Kyle Moyer was in the middle of it. And Josh Peacock and Casey Brunson may have lost a few spots there as they kind of came together. So we'll look for those gentlemen to come forward later on. But we'll keep an eye on what's going on all over this 3/4 miles. We'll zoom out a little farther. Maybe we can take a look-see at what's going on all over the places. We got a big racetrack to cover. A lot of cars out there. Let's get as many of them as we can. Mentioned out there in the airwaves tonight is Monkern continuing to lead, nose to tail between himself and Kyle Surratt. I heard somebody's car hit the wall. That was a hard hit there. Got to get my engine sounds out of the car. It was E.J. Jones, the 84, that bounced off the wall. Henry Jones there, the number 25. Good run for the Hammer. Currently running in the 3rd spot. Ryan Bronson in the number 6 car. He runs 4th, and it's D-Fed. Derek Fedkenhauer for the back and already making his waves to the front. 86 car now up into the top 5. Rocky Battenfield chasing them as we're still nose to tail. And I think we'll expect a little of that for a little while. I think you'll see this track really start coming in come our feature event at 60 laps around tonight. 2 heat races, and we'll jump right to feature racing. So things always go quick on Wednesday night. We'll try to stay at that pace all evening long as we're going to race it up for the lead off the exit of turn number 2. Kyle Surratt down to the inside of John Monkern. Thought he had a better run than he did, but guess he didn't have the speed right there to pull that one off. Monkern's 36 car really, really strong, and he'll exit turn number 2. He'll run the high lane, more to the middle than high. Surratt going to keep that car glued down to the low side. Can't find the running room there as we look down for racing action going on behind them. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th is kind of all stable. Let's stay glued at this race for the lead now off of that second corner. Surratt is doing one hell of a job trying to pester over the low side of the Colonel, John Monkern. Good to see John back with us here this evening. Want to shout out to him, all of his teammates over there, and one specifically I want to say hello to. Guy we talked to a little bit today, our old friend Richie Ryan was out there this afternoon. We were chatting back and forth. Wants to wish all the guys here at DWR well, and Richie will have some news for us here soon as hopefully we'll be talking to him again here. Maybe get him on the airwaves here soon, as I know he's been very interested in doing that. Well, we got 2 to go on the Speedway. 2 more trips around this 3/4 mile for car number 36, John Monkern, who has done one hell of a job holding off one of the very best to do it in these street stocks with Kyle Surratt, number 18, off turn number 4. White flag will go into the air. One more trip around the 36 team. 18 will take a peek down low, and he's been looking there all night long so far through the first 8 laps that we have seen. Just have not found the grip down to the low side yet for the 18 cars. We're down the back chute for the final time. No pressure from behind for the top 2. Looks like John Monkern, bearing one last ditch effort from Kyle, is going to take down the win in heat race number 1 as they come off forward, checkered in the air. The Colonel, John Monkern, will pick up heat race number 1 over Kyle Surratt. Ryan Bronson will grab 3rd. Derek Fetkenhauer 4th. Rocky Battenfield will grab a top 5 spot with Henry Jones, Kyle Moyer, E.J. Jones, Jordan Curdy, Casey Brunson, and Josh Peacock. Peacock was out there early. Weird to see those 2 gentlemen toward the back here at USA, but we'll expect better from them as we'll get ready for heat race number 2 as they begin to assemble there on the front straightaway, and we'll take a quick look-see here at our Voiles Trucking starting lineup. On the pole, the Evil One himself, aboard car number 21 from Evil One Graphics. It's our buddy Jim Revis alongside. Welcome back to the network, the driver of car number 01, Daniel Price on the outside of the front row. In row number 2, the number 119 is Corey Stansell with the number 13 alongside. Caleb Ramsey will make out the outside of row number 2. Row 3, a late comer to the night, but we welcome him back here, the number 09 of Josh Ely with the number 9, 26 or 9, I guess it will say on the race car, Barrett Bishop, guy who won Wednesday Night Street Fights here a few weeks ago, most recent winner of a DWRL BladeNo.com Sunday Shootout. He rolls off of position number 6. 4th row, the number 16, the Dirt Warrior, David Blackberg, will start 7th with car number 88 from RJM Motorsports, Kevin Prettyman on the outside of the 4th row. RJ Klein, good to see RJ back out here with us tonight. Car number 14, he'll start 9th with the Alex Brewer, number 1, rolling off position number 10, and he is flanked by the 11th starter tonight with car number 319, David Brewer will start 11th. So that is 2 really good, fast Brewers that are going to come from the rear of this field. So we're going to see a lot of good racing here tonight, I am sure. As said, I can't imagine on Wednesday Night Street Fights where we call names like Brunson and Peacock and E.J. Jones, maybe potentially Alex and David Brewer at the back. I can't imagine it being so, but could it happen? I guess we'll find out. With 8 short trips around, well, I shouldn't say short trips, 27 seconds a lap. That's a long trip around here in a street stock, low-powered cars, really relatively flat racing surface here at this 3/4 mile. Is the long straightaways, long sweeping flat turns, and you turn this car for a long time as well. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen here all evening long as we just kind of look around, see if we can't get any more kind of last minute stuff here. Is they're going to change the track over for the feature event or not? Not exactly sure. Thought I saw something going across, but we'll monitor that situation as we can. Want to thank you guys once again, guys and gals, for checking in tonight via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. Thank our pal Katie Dugas. Glad she's out there. Glad to hear everything is kind of progressively up and up where she is there. She's been bedside with her dad here the last couple of days there after a major surgery. So Katie, we love you, girl. Hope all is well. Keep us abreast of what's going on, and thank you so much for the Stars donations. If you want to get involved and help us out here at the network, Stars donations there through Facebook. They help keep our broadcast rates low. They keep us accessible. They keep us busy every night. They even help us do computer upgrades, like we had to get Jack back with us, and we're so glad after a couple nights behind the controls. We got my camera guy back, my wingman, Jack Truman, back in the house as we go racing for heat race number 2 in Jim Revis on the giddy up. As he just launches his car toward turn number 1 and 2, leaving the race for that 2nd spot. Caleb Ramsey already peeking down to the low side, making waves underneath our outside pole sitter, Daniel Price. Corey Stansell's already lost a few spots. You got Josh Ely in the mix. Here comes David Blackberg, the number 17, the Team Dirt Warrior car, running right up through the middle of turn number 4, completing lap number 1. Caleb Ramsey's run his way down to 2nd. Can he maybe potentially make a pass on Jim Revis? We'll wait and see as We run through turns number 1 and 2, and Caleb's brought the Team Dirt Warrior number 13, new driver to the Team Dirt Warrior stable. That's a good shoe there. A pair of teammates will race it off for the lead over in turn number 3 and 4. Caleb going to drive it deep there in the low side and look like it may stick. He lets it wash up the hill, takes the line away. New race leader, the number 13, Caleb Ramsey. Jim Revis now back into position number 2, and we look back there as Jim will try to slide it low over on 1 and 2. Maybe a little high-low switch maneuver is himself, and now you got Josh Ely in the 09. Josh Ely, a player here early on in our second qualifying race of the night, final one as well, because right after this one's done, we're going to jump hot and heavy right into a 60-lap feature event, so things are going to go fast here as they normally do at Wednesday Night Street Fights as Caleb Ramsey and Jim Revis just battling out for the lead here as we complete lap number 3, so we're almost halfway home. Heat races as normal at Wednesday Night Street Fights, 8 laps around, and Ramsey rim riding through turns number 1 and 2. He's up against the wall. That may be enough there to break up the momentum. Now put Jim Revis back to the lead. Look at the run to the low side for the 09 of Josh Ely, like a bullet out of the Bulletproof Motorsports car down to the low side. Now here comes David Blackberg, the number 16. He'll peak 1 lane even lower and potentially make it 3 wide. Down into turn number 1 and 2 as Ramsey washes up. Revis a motor in the high side. You got Ely in there. Oh, one car stuck up against the wall, wicked sideways. I believe that was Stansell in the 119 that got way up out of shape. Allows guys like RJ Klein and Alex Brewer to wave on by. Alex Brewer, the biggest mover here, from 10th now up into the top 5. But is he running short on time to run down the guys up front? Because we've got 5 laps on the board. 3 more trips around this 3/4 mile. Lakeland, Florida's USA International Speedway. The dirt variety brought up here by iRacing. It's a cool racetrack. Was never a dirt track, to my knowledge anyways. It was really sad when this place closed up years ago. It was a great pavement track. Seen a lot of great racing, including the likes of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series back in the day, the ASA Series amongst Ferry. One of many great tours we saw race at this track over the year before they closed shop down. But we're putting on a good one here. Revis and Ramsey, Ely, Blackberg, that's our top 4, and even Alex Brewer now in that Heartland Harley Davidson number 1. He was put himself into the fray as well, as we got 2 laps remaining, and this time through turns number 3 and 4. This one's so good, we're going to go under the white flag, and this is anybody's race. We got 1 car about going around in 3 and 4. Believe they may have mostly saved that for the most part. Let's stay straight here, of course, for the lead between Ramsey, Revis up high. Ely is there. I think Blackberg may have lost a little bit there. I think Blackberg may have completely went around over there. So I think we lost David Blackberg in that scrum up front. But into turns number 3 and 4 for the final time. The checkered will go in the air in Revis versus Ramsey. Who's going to win the drag race? Down the front chute, Jim Revis will win heat race number 2. Caleb Ramsey for 2nd. Josh Ely, Alex Brewer, RJ Klein will top 5 run with Kevin Prettyman, Corey Stansell, David Blackberg, Daniel Price, David Brewer, and Barrett Bishop. Barrett Bishop finished 11th in a heat race. That's pretty weird. I guess he didn't grid there for the heat, so that would be why he was at the back of the pack there. But we're already gridding up for our 60-lap feature event. So what I'm going to do here really quick is we're going to wet the whistle, take a quick drink, and we will come right back at you in about 15 seconds with a Voiles Trucking starting lineup. All right, little drink. We're ready to rock and roll here with the Voiles Trucking starting lineup for Dirt Warrior Racing League's Wednesday Night Street Fights, presented by Junk Fabrication, DJMan 72 Racing, and also the boss. Let's say hello to Mindy Eichstadt out there. I believe she is out there checking in and watching. Let's go through here our starting lineup presented by Voiles Trucking. On the pole, the Colonel John Monkern with car number 36. With Jim Revis, our heat race winner, on the outside of row number 1. Row 2, the number 18 of Kyle Surratt. And part next to Kyle with number 13 is Caleb Ramsey. Ryan Bronson rolling off 5th this evening. He is in car number 6 with Josh Ely's number 09. On the outside of row 3, Derek Fedkenhauer and Alex Brewer make up a very strong 4th row with car number 97 of Rocky Battenfield and the 14 of R.J. Klein. They'll roll off from inside the top 10. Henry Jones will start 11th in car number 25 with Kevin Prettyman. Aboard car number 88, Kyle Moyer in the number 11 rolls off 13th, but Corey Stansell's number 119. He'll start 14th. E.J. Jones scheduled to roll off 15th, although I believe he is going to the rear, and you can confirm that now for last week's win. We got David Blackburn with car number 16 in the field. Jordan Curdy in the number 40. The 01 of Daniel Price will roll off tonight for position number 17. Casey Brunson in the number 10 starting at the rear of the field. We got David Brewer in the back. Josh Peacock's number 61. And Barrett Bishop in the number 9. I believe Barrett did grid for the feature event. Yes, he did. So let's go at it. 22 cars. 60 laps here in Lakeland, Florida, the USA International Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the wildest thrill ride of your life. We have been called the ultimate esport experience. We are your source for esports racing. So I have one question for all of you out there. This is going to hurt. Who's it going to be here tonight? You know you got a favorite out there. Tell us who is going to win as we go under the iRacingGuyFlag.com green flag, and Jim Revis and John Monkern will be the first of the two to lead us down to turn number 1 and 2 for 60 laps around, and we will have a good time calling all of this tonight. I apologize to everybody's eardrums right there. I don't know why I threw my vocal cords out there. 60 laps around here. We'll labor this one on all night long, but look at this run for John Monkern. He'll lead the way off of turn number 4. We'll complete lap number 1. Jim Revis right there in tow. We're going to wrinkle it out for third already. Surratt there for second, I should say. Revis already dropped back to fourth. Josh Ely's been around him. He's got Caleb Ramsey, R.J. Klein in the number 14. Good to see R.J. back, and that thing is digging down on the low side here this evening as he is doing one hell of a job early on, running in the 6th spot. Can anybody chase down the Colonel? John Monkern led all 8 laps of his heat race, so that car is really strong, and we'll see if now Kyle Surratt can maybe throw one of a heavyweight, punches at him and see if we can't Superman himself into the top spot. Josh Ely, Caleb Ramsey, R.J. Klein. Jim Revis on the outside pole. He's dropped all the way back to 6th. Derek Fedgenhauer in the number 86 coming forward. Rocky Batfield, Ryan Bronson, Alex Brewer currently sitting in the top 10, but only working 2 laps in of 60. A lot of racing left to go, and Monkern will lead the way off of turn number 4 as they work our way down the front straightaway as they start working them out. Kyle Surratt going to going back to the low side. This is something we saw in their heat race. It was these two gentlemen, same game, same track, same result so far. Monkern holding off the Vest Challenge of car number 18 to the low side. Now put Josh Ely in the 3rd spot, and he's beginning to run down these two up front at Bulletproof 09, doing really good here early on. Caleb Ramsey's number 13, just about a 4-car breakaway up front as I see, look over to the Facebook Live chat, and I see Alan Davis out there, Alex Cummings out there. I see Willie Harmon. Good to see Willie in the house of Kansas City represent tonight. Caleb Reif out there as well. Hope Caleb, all was well with you guys at RJM. Hopefully we'll catch up with you guys again real soon and see what y'all got going on. But off of turn number 4, we'll complete lap number 5, and it's Monkern versus Surratt. It's been a good race so far, and 36, the Colonel is so far commanding the Army this day, but look at Surratt, the run through turns number 1 and 2. This may be the best surge he has yet down low. He'll pull even down the back chute. Let's see if he can outrun him here in the turn number 3 and 4. Maybe complete this slide job. Drives it in really deep, slides up the hill. Monkern gonna have to lift. Oh, maybe not. He can motor back on the outside. Thought he did break a little momentum. Kyle Surratt will lead the way. New race leader with car number 18, and that's a guy at USA. You give him the lead early. He's a guy who does not make a lot of mistakes. I think you'll see that number 18 car begin to put himself a little distance between himself and the rest of the field. So he'll go out to 3 car lengths already in 3. Monkern now under assault from the 09 of Josh Ely, who will look low, and John Monkern, something he's not been used to too much tonight, is a car pestering him to his low side. In winning the battle as Surratt has, but Ely now going to take his turn in the 09 over in turns number 1 and 2 and down off this flat second corner. Monkern getting it run off. Ely washes up. Here comes Caleb Ramsey, the 13. He'll take a dip down to the low side and see if he can't possibly make a run at the 09 and look for the position 3rd over in 3 and 4 as we'll exit the corner, completing lap number 8. And Kyle Surratt, I thought he may pull more distance. Monkern has been really tough so far this evening. He's kept it down at 2 car lengths and maybe gaining a little bit as we hit turns number 1 and 2 again. Top 4 have kind of broken themselves out over this race going on. For 5th on back, you find RJ Klein riding in 5th all by his lonesome. You look back, Jim Revis has rebounded, got that car flattened out for the time being. He runs 6th, but he's got his hands full with D-Fed. Derek Fedkenhauer to the low side. He's in car number 86, and he will race along for the 6th spot off of turn number 4. And down this front straightaway now, 10 laps going to go on the board complete next time around. So putting him down, and we've got Jack telling me it is a race for the lead. So let's get back up front. Let's not miss any of that. Monkern and Surratt continuing to battle it out. Ely's been up there as well. Monkern now with a big run to the low side. Can John Monkern establish himself back to the top lane? He certainly can. New race leader reclaiming it. Number 36, but Surratt pulls a high-low switch. Can we pull sliders here at USA tonight in the street stocks? Well, you bet your ass we can. Surratt going to see, I thought he may slide up the hill and play a slider game, but he'll keep it low. Monkern will motor along off high. That may open the door for Kyle's teammate, Josh Ely, right behind. I wonder if he's taking notes right now, thinking high or thinking low. He'll ride up the tire tracks because they will stay dead even for the lead off turn number 4. Surratt versus Monkern. Ely is there. Ramsey is there to 13. I wonder if they start racing, you'll find the likes of RJ Klein and maybe potentially guys like Rocky Batfield and Derek Fedkenhauer. Fedkenhauer now, he has worked his way into the 6th spot. Jim Revis has made his way back around RJ Klein. So the 21 now back in the top 5. Can Jim Revis pull a monkey out of his hat and begin to run down this top 4 that have kind of put themselves out by about 6 or 7 car lengths? So Jim doing some good lap times right now. Let's take one here at the line. 27:43 for Revis. We'll compare that to John Monkern up front, 27:37. So there is some speed in the 36 car. Josh Ely, 27:37. He currently runs 2nd now in the 09 as he's around Surratt. But Kyle will, as he always does, he'll keep that car glued to the low side. Is there a guy who runs the low side better or more consistently than Kyle Surratt, the number 8? I don't think so. But he'll lose 2nd right now to Ely. He may lose 3rd to Caleb Ramsey because Caleb's car is hooked up in the high lane as well. And now, as I say that, here comes Kyle with a surge of speed to the low side. And well, he may make a run all the way back, not only at Ely, but potentially for the lead. Wow, it's getting good here early on as we're only 14 laps going on the scoreboard this time by as we'll kick off lap 14 here at the start-finish line where John Monkern, pole sitter, heat race winner, led early laps, and he established himself once again as one of the guys you need to watch over here at the Dirt Warrior Racing League. When he shows up, 36 car means business. He leads the way off of turn number 2. Ely there running in 2nd. Their battle is for the 3rd spot now between Ramsey's number 13, 18 of Surratt. I don't know why I'm going to call it a battle for 3rd because let's make this a 4-car race for the lead as Ely took a peek to the low side of Monkern. Surratt was there for a brief second, almost making it 3 wide. You can see where the low side, you can really run it in the corner good. It's just killing the 18 off the corner right now on the exit. He is losing a lot of time, able to overdrive the race car a little bit in the low side and keep that momentum up, but I don't know how much longer he can stand to ride it and lose all this time as now he'll fall back to officially the 4th spot. We'll race it there. We'll continue to race for the lead. We are in a dead heat for 5th off of turn number 4. They're about wrecked over there between Revis and Battenfield. You got Fedkenhauer, Alex Brewer in there. I'm not sure how they all kind of saved it, but they all leaned on each other in a big way over there, and Revis trying to fend off now some challenges around him. Battenfield is there. Alex Brewer, the bulldozer in the 1 car, he is there. He is knocking on the door, looking for a spot inside the top 5 as we're racing it back here for 5th. We're racing it still for the lead as Ely, I don't know where Kyle Surratt keeps getting the surge on the bottom lane from, but looks like that car is stalled. He'll fall back to 4th, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here he is down low and back racing for the lead. So him and Ely go door-to-door off turn number 2, and I don't know, tell you, this track tonight, USA has shown to be racy before. Admittedly say, not my most favorite of tracks to call a race on, but I'll tell you what, the last couple times we've come down here has provided us some really, really close and multiple groove lanes of racing. So we're seeing it here this evening on full display. Monkern going to continue to lead now over Surratt, Ely, Ramsey. Revis holding on for 5th. Fedkenhauer running in 6th. Rocky Batfield is back there in 7th. Alex Brewer is 8th. RJ Klein 9th. And Kyle Moyer, the 11 car, has made his appearance into the top 10. Doing a good job here early, but this one has a a pretty good feel to it, as we're going to be 1/3 the way home here pretty quickly. This time off turn number 4, we'll start lap number 20. So next time by, we will officially be 1/3 the way home in this round. Race number 6 of season 8 of DWRL's Wednesday night street fights. Invitational only. You have to get through here. You have to get here by running in the BladeNo.com Sunday Shootout Series on Sunday night with a few weeks left in the season. If you want to get involved here at DWRL, you got to look for registration to open in between here of season 6 of the shootout. We will certainly throw those links up there when the time comes. You'll have a week to come get involved to be a part of this awesome league, the Dirt Warrior Racing League. We'll sign up so open. You come in, you race on Sunday, and if you got the medal, you show you're fast, you show you're clean, you show you're going to follow the rules and be respectful, you will get the invite on into these illustrious runnings of a DWRL Wednesday night street fights, brought to you by the good folks at Junk Fabrication, DJMan 72, and the boss, Mindy Eichstadt, coming aboard here as a sponsor. As we are just rubbing and racing are all over this track right now, as top 4 are racing hard. They're beating and banging doors back there for 5th on back between Revis and the big monkey. Rocky Backfield's 97 car looking to shake the tree. You got Alex Brewer back there, and these guys, we got a couple of Titans slugging it out up front. This one's been fantastic to watch between John Monkern, Kyle Surratt, Caleb Ramsey, and Josh Ely, who is now falling back to 4th. They have 3 seconds of gap between themselves in this group that's really putting on good racing for 5th, headlined by Revis and Batfield back there. Fedgenhauer there as well. Aboard car number 86, as we just kind of update some of the heavy hitters we normally see run up front at DWRL. The likes of last week's winner E.J. Jones started at the rear. E.J. has only worked his way up into 16th. The same can be said for Casey Brunson. Casey has fallen back to 15th. Issues for the 86 of Fedgenhauer have dumped him now to the back of the field. He's going to be scored 19th this last time by, so I guess a little bit of the aggressive racing we've had in that second pack may have claimed the 86 of Derek Fedgenhauer from now when we look around where the top 10 kind of lies. And we have a new name in the top 10 from 21st into 10th. The number 61, the Carolina Outlaw, Josh Peacock, starting to strut his stuff as that car showing some speed now into the top 10 and having a good race back there between himself. Kyle Moyer up ahead, R.J. Klein right there in grasp, as well as all those gentlemen riding up to the top lane of the racetrack and almost doing some wall riding. We start wall riding, you know what's going to happen. Phil's going to start crapping on wall riding. We're not a fan of that whatsoever. We love ripping the lip and running the cushion, but we do not like using the wall for the advantage of putting 2 wheels up in the air and getting a big launch off of that. Not a fan of that. That looks too arcadish to me. We'll call that out as we see it each and every night we do racing. And, oh, you don't like it? Well, I guess you're going to change the channel, because I'm going to call it as we see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. That's what makes us stick out. That's what makes us great, because we're not going to dummy it down for you. So we're going to be honest and give you a good racing with a good assessment. And our first assessment of the night is our first yellow flag of the evening. Team Har Motorsports yellow flag number 1, Hard Ass Racing. Bring us our first Team Har Motorsports yellow flag of the night, 26 laps in. And he's going to put the capable hands of Jack Truman to work down there with a BladeNo.com. That's Victory Lane. JMax Journeys, JMaxStrong.com, full velocity instant replay. Let's see what happened here to put us under yellow. Got Kyle Moyer in the 11 involved. Jordan Curdy. Josh Peacock, 61, got a piece. The 88, Van Prettyman's there. Oh, E.J. Jones got a piece of the 84. So guys that were stuck in the back of the field going to have more work to do trying to race their way up there for almost 30 laps under green. It's going to be a long road to hoe for an extra 30 laps. Who got in the wall there? Boyer got in the wall. 11 car got in the wall there and started. Yeah, it was that black and green car as I see it back here. Delay through the replay. Probably seeing the replay back out at the same time you guys are. So we're surprised sometimes what we see. Oh, that was a hard hit there. Who was that? E.J. Jones. Took a vicious shot in the inside wall. 84 taking one hell of a ride. That car looks to be pretty much killed. That's a tough break for those guys. Got a couple of cars already behind the wall, including Corey Stansell, Daniel Price, and I believe Derek Fedgenhauer's car. He pulled behind the wall, but it was down on pit road with a lot of damage to it. I believe DFed may have almost called it a night. It's still down there getting worked on, so we'll see if DFed rejoins us or if he leaves that thing in the pit area the rest of the night. Currently scored 4 laps down, but under yellow. 2 laps shy of halfway. We'll pause for a second. We'll take a quick drink. We'll come right back here. Mike Sheffield, thank you for the stars. Appreciate that. Help me get a soda drink here, live on your source for esports racing.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, we've got the call. Green flag up in the air. iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag up in the air. Let's go racing back here at the Lakeland, Florida's USA International Speedway. John Monkern will lead him off of turn number 2. I thought Kyle Surratt may have a good bolt throw, but here comes Josh Ely. Here comes Caleb Rams in the outside lane. We're going to leave it right back where we left it. A good 4-car race up front. We may make this a bigger gaggle of race cars because here comes Mr. Batfield. Rocky Batfield's in there. Alex Brewer in the number 1. He's right up to the middle. RJ Klein there as well. We got a whole bunch of stuff changing in here now in the top 10. Casey Brunson has worked himself from 19th up now to the 8th spot. So a couple of heavy hitters beginning to work their way forward. As we're wrecking again, we got them stopped over in turns number 3 and 4. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Second Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag of the evening, finding us here on lap number 30 as I was... now we got the big monkey involved here. Batfield's involved. Who else? Ramsey's there. He was having a good night in the 13. Brewer, Josh Peacock, a second involvement in a wreck. I know Josh likes being on TV, but you got to stay out of the wrecks there, Josh. That's not a way to do it. And this would even get Jim Revis involved on 21. I think I saw kind of around and a little damage to the nose of a 21 car. So, yeah, that certainly did. Jim Revis also involved there. That is a tough break for Revis off the front of the third. Was that 319 of David Brewer that kind of got in the back one there, got Revis all around. So a lot of stuff happening there. We'll take some extra looks at it. We'll let it reset real quick and we'll come back live here. We don't like to talk under yellow with one guy. We'll save the voice a little bit. We'll be back here live with the call on your source for esports racing. All right, preparing for a restart here. Lakeland, Florida's USA International Speedway. Now going to put lap number 35 up on the board. So we're past halfway. A lot of clean racing the first 24 laps, but we've seen 2 yellow flags here in the last 10. So hopefully we can clean that up and get back to it. John Monkern, Kyle Surratt, Alex Brewer, Josh Ely, Casey Brunson now into the top 5. Here is when it comes down to late. The best usually, they say the cream rises to the top, and Casey Brunson, a guy who's had a good start to a season here, a good start to a year, is a month into January, and he's picked up multiple checkered flags already. He's already looking down to the low side, got thoughts of making it 3 wide down to number 1. Brunson down low, Ely in the middle is Kyle Surratt stuck up high now. Weird to see Kyle up high, but probably not the place he wants to be as we've got some good racing going on. You got Alex Brewer there in the number 1 car making things happen on the outside lane as we look up front. John Monkern leads, but Josh Ely now, Ely and Surratt giving him a good run there. Brewer in the one car right there in fourth. RJ Klein. It is really good to see the 14 back. Well, it's been a while since we caught up on our buddy RJ. Running now in the top 5 as they're getting after it. They're running up high. They're running down low. They're running up through the middle. Pretty good so far. These cars can wrestle around and find some grip, and we'll see what way is going to be fast. And right now, it is all the Colonel, John Monkern, in command here this evening. 2 car lengths over himself.
Caution, yellow flag.
And Kyle Surratt will wrecking again in turns over 3 and 4. We're going to go back under yellow, 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 yellow. Third time. We're definitely doing some hard-ass racing out here tonight in Team Hard Motorsports, yellow flag number 3. Find us out 38 laps into the going. We have saw some really good cars wrecked in this one here as well as the first 2. We see Josh Ely involved. Was that the one car of Brewer that may have been there? Yeah, it was Alex Brewer. Alex Brewer to the outside wall. A little kiss off the 14 there. A little bit of kiss, a little smooch. One car got up in the fence, and that checked up and got Alex Brewer kind of all squirrely sideways. Yep, and that might have been Casey Brunson behind that completely finished him off. I think that may have been Barrett Bishop back there in the 9 car. Also getting a piece. Where did Barrett come from? As now the 9 car is way up into the top 10. Currently running in 6th, so 22nd to 6th for Barrett. That's a good night for that guy right there. And E.J. Jones, another cat who started at the rear of the field today. He started shotgun for winning last week. E.J. Jones has cracked himself into the top 10 now for the first time all evening. 84 car running in 8th. So guys like himself and David Black who were at the back. Barrett Bishop was back there. Josh Peacock. How we lose Josh Peacock now? The 61 car running up in the 4th spot. So all these guys that started at the back are beginning to assert themselves on the front. We've seen a lot of good cars early get caught up in some mayhem, and we've got some guys just running their way through the field, and those guys doing just that, and see if they can't maybe get up here and race with the likes of the top 3, where John Monkern and Kyle Surratt, they have been a consistent top 2, but RJ Klein has been game all night. He started 10th. Currently running in that 3rd spot. Does RJ Klein have a run in him tonight? I don't know why we talked to RJ Victory Lane. That'd be cool to see. Is we going to put 40 laps on the board as we continue to work around under the yellow flag? Believe lights may be already out in the pace truck, so it may be coming here quickly to go back to. We believe the lights are completely out. Right? They are out. So let's go back to it this time. What do you say? Get rid of caution 3 real quick. We got 20 laps remaining, and let's see how this thing sorts out here tonight. In the great state of Florida, it's been a beautiful week. The weather is superb. The racetrack's been terrific tonight. And let's go back under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag where John Monkern going to lead the way with Kyle Surratt. We'll see if Josh Peacock can't strut his stuff. We called him a flying pheasant once. I guess that's kind of stuck. So I guess the Carolina Outlaw aboard the number 61 looking to strut his way to the front of the field, putting RJ Klein now down a spot as we're in 3 and 4. We're racing up for the lead. Monkern versus Surratt. You got Klein there. You got Peacock in there. And don't count out that number 9, a Barrett Bishop. That is a gentleman right there that is one cool customer. Don't care what discipline it is. If it's dirt or pavement, doesn't matter what car. That dude is just straight up fast. And he is showing it here tonight. We're 3 wide off turn number 4. Man, this is a cool little picture around this joint. And it's just awesome seeing these cars 3 and standing out 4 wide. Really tough to see here as the dirt starts kicking up here to decipher who they are right through the middle. But David Blackberg, the number 16, he's right back in the mix as well. You got E.J. Jones in there. Casey Brunson's in the fight in the middle of top 10. Alex Brewer in the 1 car. He has worked his way to position 4, but it's John Monkern leading. But how about this number 14 car? I keep saying RJ's car just has a good look to it. And can he maybe potentially run down John Monkern? John's had a dominating night here. Led his heat race. Was quick in practice.
Yellow flag.
Led a lot of laps early. Lost the lead for a few laps to Kyle Surratt. But now as he sets himself back out for the lead, we'll slow it down again. 4th Hard Motorsports yellow flag of the evening. Our 4th J-Max Strong. J-Max Journeys. FullVelocity.com instant replay. Oh, no. Casey Brunson involved. David Blackberg's got a piece. Kevin Prettyman, 88 car. Tough break for Kevin, who was just trying to keep his nose clean, man. We're tearing up good cars. I don't know if there's been any more cars in the top 2 or 3 up front that are still clean, but you know what? It's going to look like a street fight when we're done with this thing. So we'll let you guys take a look. We'll take a break here, back under yellow flag for the 4th time, and get ready to rock and roll. Where's going to finish going to be tonight? I've yet to see predictions. Who's going to win this thing? We'll find out next live on your source for esports racing. All right, let's get back to it here. 46 laps of 60 on the board. Let's see what's going to happen up front. John Monkern versus Kyle Surratt. They've been there in the top 2 all night long, but now put R.J. Klein and Alex Brewers. They're wrecking right away on the restart. We got cars off the outside wall, and
The yellow flag is
we
out.
got to slow it back down once again. That one's stacked up early. Cars are wall riding down the front chute, and I didn't see exactly what broke there, so let's let Jack take a look with the J-Max Strong J-Max Journeys full velocity is the replay, and oh no, leaders getting involved. Monkern and Klein get together. Well, that just changes things, doesn't it? Wow, that will open up a little bit more. So, said we're to yellow. We're gonna have dead air a lot. We had to keep this thing rolling. Green now, 47 laps in. Can Kyle Surratt stay out of this thing unscathed? I think now he's the only car that may be clean. I guess I'll check back in here in a minute. We'll see where this thing's going to go. We'll be right back. All right, I couldn't tell if the lights were out in the pace truck or not, but they are. He is making that left-hand turn to the pit road, and we go back under green flag conditions. Now 51 laps complete, so we are under 10 laps remaining. It's been a rough one here. First half was terrific. Second one's been marred by a whole lot of yellow flags, so let's keep this thing green, gentlemen. Let's see what we work out here late. Kyle Surratt, Alex Brewer, RJ Klein, Josh Peacock, and EJ Jones somehow with that dilapidated thing that took a shot in the nose. EJ now in the top 5. I don't think there's much clean cars out there this evening, but we'll see if Kyle Surratt, who may have the cleanest one of all, can lead. We're 3 wide back here for second. You got right in the middle RJ Klein. You got EJ Jones there. You got Alex Brewer in the 1 car as they are mixing it up late. It's been racy, but let's see if we can keep this thing straight now. It's been a little rough that here in the second half. So far, so good as Alex Brewer. I believe that's a 1 car there running up in second. Kyle Surratt back down to the low side where that 18 car lives. Quicker than anybody else, and he'll take 2 car lengths the advantage on the back chute. Headed toward turn number 3. Second running Alex Brewer, RJ Klein there in third. And now Josh Peacock and EJ Jones. That is 2 titans of the street stocks running in the 4th and 5th positions. We go 3 wide, almost 4 wide off the corner. Look at that look there. Who's that red car is mixing up down to the bottom? Somebody's just giving that thing a ride. EJ Jones at 84. That thing is just digging down low. Barrett Bishop has brought the 9 car to the mix. Josh Ely's 09 is there. Even Casey Brunson has crawled himself back in the top 10. So there's been a lot of adversity these drivers have faced here over the course of the evening. But we're running down on laps now. 5 laps remaining in Wednesday night street fights as we exit turn number 4 this coming time. As we're over in turn 3. Where Kyle Surratt is holding on for his life for the race lead, but can Alex Brewer run him down? How about RJ Klein? Can Peacock or EJ Jones or maybe even Barrett Bishop run down a guy up front with now 5 car lengths the advantage over himself and Alex Brewer? Alex has broke clear of RJ. They run second and third, and then it's anybody's race back here for 4th on back as they just keep scrumming over there. Peacock, Jones is in there. Bishop's in there. You got Brunson in the mix. You got Ely back there as well. Caleb Ramsey, I see on the outside looking in. Also Jim Revis into the mix as well. As you got another yellow flag here late. Oh, that may change things. This one potentially maybe sending us a little bit toward overtime as we put 57 on the board. I don't believe these races will enter the yellow, so we'll have to monitor that and see. But yellow flag will be number 6. And this one's got Caleb Ramsey and Josh Ely. Definitely the involved side of things. I think Ramsey may have got the short end of it. Let's see here. If we look back through our J-Max Strong is the replay here. Is yeah, it looks like Ramsey ran into the back of the 09 and has got himself all turned around. So that puts him back to the rear. This race just keeps changing and turning and flipping upside down. We'll wonder, are we going to see a green-white checker? Are we going to enter regulation time? We're going to put 57 complete this time. So I got a feeling for at least one, potentially maybe a green-white checker. We'll find out with you live at your source for esports racing. All right, here's the news. We are going into overtime. Green-white checker to finish it here tonight in Lakeland, Florida. We will get 3 attempts at it, and this will be number 1 because we're going to put regulation time up on it this time around. As I believe the lights are out around the Speedway, and we are going to get back to it. So green-white checker. to settle this round of Wednesday Night Street Fight Season 8, race number 6. And we go back under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag, and we just race it down with number 1 and 2, Surratt versus Alex Brewer. We go door-to-door off at 2, and, well, we're going to get a second green-white checker. They're wrecking again. I'm telling you, this one's been rough here for the second half of the race. Now, 7th yellow flag of the night. That's a lie here for USA. I'm really just kind of puzzled with seeing what it is. It's giving me the bad taste of this track all over again. And I think Revis and Battenfield had a disagreement of space. I think Josh Ely got involved. I think Ryan Bronson of the 6 was over there. This one's rough, but we've got our J-Mac Strong Instant Replay up there. Let's see it again. Looks like it was Blackberg of 16 until the back of a 97. That's what got this thing all started. So we're going to roll around under yellow some more. Green-white checker attempt number 2. We'll come back to it on your source for esports racing. I'll buy it time, but that's what we're going to do here under yellow tonight. Let's clean it up, guys. All right, we're going to go back here live to a second attempt at a green-white checker, DWRL Wednesday Night Street Fights, brought to you by Junk Fabrications, DJMan 72 Racing, and The Boss. I know Mindy Eichstadt's still out there watching. Mindy, I apologize for the dead air under yellow. We had 27 laps under green, and then it's been fracas from there now by 8 yellow flags slowing the second half of this one. So we're about out of gas, but we're going to see. We had a couple more attempts to make here off of turn number 4. We'll try again. Second attempt. Green flag, back of the air. Kyle Surratt, Alex Brewer once again will lead us down to turn number 1 and 2. RJ Klein and EJ Jones making up that second row. And then you got Brunson and Peacock running 5th and 6th as we got one car rim riding up against the wall there for 3 and 4. Believe that may have been E.J. Jones off the corners. We're down into 3 and 4 this time. We're going to see the white flag in the air. One more trip potentially around. Can we get to the flag off the 4th turn? Yep, we're going to take it. So this should end the race right here. One more trip around. Kyle Surratt, can he hold on and pick up yet another round? Been a wild round on Wednesday Night Street Fights. But that car, probably the cleanest out there. I think Alex Brewer may have got a little piece of some junk early on. But can he take one more run down to a car length and a half, and 3 and 4? He'll look low. Surratt looks to make that car real low as he dives it down to the corner off of 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Kyle Surratt gonna pick up the win at the U.S. International Speedway. Alex Brewer for 2. RJ Klein 3rd. Casey Brunson 4th. Josh Peacock with a top 5. 6 goes to Barrett Bishop. E.J. Jones gets 7th. David Brewer 8th, Josh Ely 9th, Jim Revis around up the top 10. 11th will go to David Blackburn. 12th for Kyle Moyer. Rocky Batfield 13th. Ryan Bronson 14th. And Caleb Ramsey, what was potentially a good night for him. He'll end up 2 laps down in 15th. Out of the event include Jordan Purdy, 16th, John Monkern, Henry Jones, Kevin Prettyman, Derek Fedkenhauer, Daniel Price, and Corey Stansell running out our 22-car field. We're going to head over to Discord here at DWRL. We'll come back at you at the post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. We're headed there now. We'll hope you'll head there with us as well live on your source for esports racing. Post-race show is coming up next. All right, back here live on your source for esports racing post-race show brought to you by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. You need web hosting, a VPS server, dedicated server, look no further than BladeNode.com. Use promo code BLADE10 and get 10% off your first subscription there. Once again, that's the good folks over at BladeNode.com. They will sponsor our post-race show here at the Lakeland, Florida USA International Speedway, where it's Kyle Surratt taking down the win over Alex Brewer, and a terrific third-place run for a guy that we haven't talked to in quite a long time. That's our old friend RJ Klein with number 14. RJ, buddy, a third-place run on a night that I thought was going to take a lot of green flag racing, and then the second half, it was anything but. It was a war. It's Wednesday Night Street Fights. Your car survived with a third. Tell us about your night, bud.
It was a really good night of racing. I think we started, 10th maybe, 10th or 12th, somewhere around in there, and we was able to work our way up to 5th, and it kind of slicked off, and it just I fell back, I think, to 8th, and I was able to try to work the bottom there and get through a little bit of traffic. But yeah, after I think lap 28, we had our first caution, and I think it kind of went downhill from there, and I think the track got a little bit slick, and it's pretty tight coming in these corners, off the restart.
I'll tell you what, it was mind-blowing to see you guys here running these cars 3 and 4 wide in a racetrack that you said was getting really slick. It was getting tough to drive, but I mean, these guys all out there racing. It's pride, prestige, and the glory that comes with winning Wednesday Night Street Fights. Is that what brought all the anticipation, the excitement, and I guess the carnage, you could say, for the second half? Or was it just a really, really tough racetrack to get a hold of?
Well, I mean, for me, my thing was at the end of the race, I didn't have enough left rear bite in the car, and I was really just burning the tires off. I'd say the last 10, 15 laps. I wanted to set it up a little bit tighter, but then that kind of hurts you for the beginning of the race. And I started 10th, and I really needed to make my way up as quick as I could, and still have something left, for when it slicks off. So it could have been a little better for us at the end, but yeah, I mean, as far as the racing, you don't get any better racing than with these guys here at DWRL.
You're absolutely right, man. It's always a pleasure to come over here tonight. It was a rough one there in the second half, but hey, when the dust settles, the smoke clears, you get a third-place run. Welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, RJ. It's certainly been a while since I've heard that voice. Let me give you the mic one more time and let you thank your great team and sponsors to help your race team get out there.
I think my sponsors, UMWA, Poske's Performance Parts, Friends of Co. Got a new wrap on the car, JP Designs. You need a wrap, check him out. He does a phenomenal job. I think these guys here at DWRL, They do a great job running the league, and I'd like to thank you guys at Full Velocity Racing Network.
All right, there you have it, folks. Third place finish here tonight, U.S. International Speedway for car number 14, R.J. Klein. Good to see our old friend. Been a while since we caught up with him. We'll let him get back to his team and his race car. We'll walk further down here to a guy for a little while I thought may take this race on the outside. One position short for our friend Alex Brewer with that number one man. First of all, tell us about this rocket. You had to overcome a lot of adversity, and you find yourself late with a shot for the win, man. Tell us about that run late.
It was surprising to come from like where I did to the front at this track. The setup felt really good, even towards the end of the race.
Well, the car was good all night long, but I'll tell you what, action was around you guys all night long. We saw 27, 28 laps of green flag racing. Early, I was like, wow, we're going to see a great race on our hands. And that first yellow flag came, and the second came, and the third came, and the fourth, so on and so forth. What do you think was the reason we saw all these yellows? Because DWRL is a place that's really unseen for a rough tumble race like that. What do you think, attributed to all that?
Probably tight turns, maybe. Not really sure. That'd be my guess.
Well, I put you on the spot there. It's a good answer. It's a tricky little racetrack. I've made laps on it. It certainly can be difficult at times, but Alex did a hell of a job here tonight. You bring the Team Dirt Warrior car home second, so let me toss you the mic one more time. I know there's a lot of teammates and a lot of you guys support these race teams, help these cars go, and your car was one of the best there tonight, brother. Take the floor away and give those great folks all a shout.
Yeah, I got to thank Team Dirt Warrior and Eichstead Wraps and you guys for broadcasting, and Heartland Harley. And congratulations to Kyle for the win. It's a fun.
It was a good race out there tonight. This guy did a hell of a job, as he always does. Car number one, Alex Brewer, brings the Heartland Harley Davidson team home with a second place run. We'll let him go, and we'll take the quick walk down here, take a little trip between the wall, and we end up in Bladeno.com Victory Lane, and we find old friend down here with car number 18, Kyle Surratt. Kyle, you had the car down low all night long, and I always look for you. I know Kyle's out there. The 18 car is going to be low. You made it work on a racetrack that got really slick, and the grip kind of went away. This race kind of fell back into your lap tonight now, didn't it?
Man, I got to tell you, I earned this one. This is probably the best race I've drove as far as, racing somebody for the lead. Monkern was really strong right up until he said in the Discord that he had shifter problems or something, and I hate to see that because he was my competition for over half the race, and I had to put this car everywhere, in the middle, on the bottom, on the top. I prefer to be on the bottom, as you know, but there, after about 8-10 laps, I had to go up to the top there, and then ran that pretty well halfway, and then maybe even a little bit longer, and then noticed some guys making up some ground on the bottom, and I ended up restarting down there after Monkern fell out, and just kind of hung out down there the rest of the race, and it really worked out for me.
I'll tell you what, Monkern was he had a really good piece. You guys raced the heck out of it in the heat race, picked it right up in the feature, and had for 30-plus laps. That guy gave you all you can handle, but you find your way back out front. Now, talk about these late restarts. You were pinned down low. You're comfortable down there. This racetrack was wild tonight. You couldn't tell if it was low side, middle side, top lane. I don't know where the grip was. These things were slipping and sliding. Tell us about those last couple of restarts. What was going through your mind getting down there? Just not spin the tires too far?
Yeah, I was trying to drive the car in really straight because I didn't really seem to have any side bite. I know it seems weird to me saying that I don't have a good race car when I won the race, but didn't really have any side bite to speak of whatsoever. So I was trying to drive it in real straight, and I had to slow way down getting into the turn. I was afraid somebody was going to run over me. I seen RJ come flying by me on the right side of that going into turn one on that one restart, and that really scared me for the next one. And luckily, RJ's a good driver, and he figured out the next one that I was going to slow way down getting into the turn. and he didn't run over me. And then Alex, he gave me a good bump going into 3 there on the white flag lap, the last green, white, checkered, and I was able just to hold it down there and keep it straight enough to get the grip coming off. But I mean, you could not. I mean, at least for me, you could not drive it sideways whatsoever. You just lose all momentum. So my main goal was to just keep it as straight as possible down there.
I'll tell you what, you kept the car straight as could be, and it's probably the cleanest looking race car out here. I think everybody behind you, in some shape, sort of fashion, got beat up in a wreck here tonight. So I guess they say survival wins your races, Kyle. You did that here tonight at DWRL. Wednesday night street fights pick up yet another win, and let me give you the mic one more time. I know it was a great group of guys behind it to help work on these setups, and got to thank the driver too. Pretty sporty tonight. Clean car.
Yes, sir. I got to first and foremost thank myself for putting this deal together. Wouldn't be possible without me. Always got to thank my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports. Give a little shout out to Jason Salter at X91. This is kind of a hybrid of something that I worked on and something he put together, so I don't want to leave him out. And got to thank TNT Auto Source for continuing to be on this car. And got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and DWRL for putting on the league.
All right, well, here he is, folks, at Victory Lane once again, the driver of car number 18, Kyle Surratt. He is this week's heavyweight champion of Dirt Warrior Racing League's Wednesday Night Street Fights, brought to you by Junk Fabrication, 72 DJMan Racing, and the boss, Mindy Eichstadt. Got to thank all these guys, DWRL, of course, Jim and Eric and Justin Pruitt. Those guys do a great job. Thank our great sponsors. I haven't really got to thank them a lot tonight. Got to thank, of course, Team Hard Motorsports, iRacingIFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, JMax Journeys. Check them out, jmaxstrong.com. Did a lot of replays tonight. They get a lot of airtime. Also got to thank BladeNo.com, sponsoring our post-race show. Got to thank the South Texas Speedway, Milner Media and Design. Charlie puts our logos out there, puts these graphics together, put all our videos and stuff all together. Thank Charlie a lot for all he does. Got to thank Sheffield Graphics, our official onboard camera sponsors. And we get on board a few times here tonight. Got to thank Trash Panda Graphics, 3D Racing, the Pit Pass by Katie Dugas, JP Designs, the Cyber Thunder Racing League, iRacing Dirt Painters, and the TDR Racing League. For Jack Truin, Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, and the rest of the crew here that make up the Full Velocity Racing Network, I am Phil Lacasse. We'll see you back here live Saturday night. We're going back to 2003, the Lynn Voiles Memorial Race, believe 4th annual now. Can't believe it's been 4 years already. We're doing that race. We'll be there at BSR on Saturday night. We'll hope you be there too. Good night, everybody, from the USA International Speedway.